What's up guys, it's Foster, and today we're actually going to be tracking the WRX. I'm going to put my money where my mouth is and show you guys that this isn't just a daily driver with nice parts on it. It's actually going to be track capable. Well, that's the idea at least. I hope so, because this is the only car I have and we have to drive 6.5 hours home to Des Moines later today, so I hope nothing breaks. All right, before I go out on track, I'm gonna lower my tire pressures. I set them to like 44 PSI to give us good gas mileage on the way out here. I actually think we got like 31 miles to the gallon, so pretty good mileage, honestly. A lot better than towing. I'm gonna lower them down to like 35 or something since it's so cold out. Normally I'd run these a lot lower than that, but we'll start there and we'll see how it goes. I like this type of event. It's just a really laid-back track day. There's no pressure to get a certain lap time or anything like that. And I'm definitely not the fastest guy out in the advanced session. So my goal is to just stay out of the way of some of the faster time attack cars. I'm just here to have some fun, and we'll see how the rest of the day goes.
I'm Graham, one of the owners and the tuner at Boost Performance here. We're out here today with the Subaru Speed Expo and doing a couple of things. One, we've got a lot of customers out here running Subarus around, so we're checking logs, we're touching up tunes, especially on the standalone ECU stuff. That's kind of relatively new and popular this year. You know, as far as developing trackside tunes, very different tune than what you'd run on the street or the drag strip. You know, you kind of want to know what the maximum power is of the car, but then you need to dial it back quite a bit to make sure it's safe when you get out here and really start pushing it and put a lot of heat in the motor.
So if you guys want a tune for your track Subaru, definitely hit up Graham at Boosted Performance. Go check him out on Facebook or on his website. So this is my buddy Jim. I run Grid Life with him, and he took me up to the tower and he's showing me the cool view you get from up here. You can pretty much see the whole track, which is really cool. And one thing I forgot to mention is they're doing time trials today, so he's setting up all the gear. They've got transponders, and they're gonna see who the fastest Subaru is today. So part of why I wanted to bring the WRX out to this event is to give the car a shakedown and see how it all feels together. You have to actually push the car on a track to know how it performs. And so far I have to say I'm honestly really impressed. The all-wheel drive and these sticky tires is a ton of fun. I've got so much grip, so I'm really excited to get it back out on track and do another session. So we just finished with lunch and we're about to go out for our third session of the day. Hopefully we get a couple more laps than we did in our last one. I'm actually gonna be taking Morgan out with me as a passenger, and I'll set up some GoPros and we'll film her reaction. She told me not to do anything too crazy, but we'll see how it goes. These tires are so grippy. It's crazy.
I miss my harnesses.
survived. Did you have fun? That was a blast. So I'm out here getting some epic shots of cars on track, but I figure while I'm at it, I might as well give you guys a brief walk around of my WRX for those of you who are new to the channel. It's a 2015 WRX, and I picked it up pretty recently, so I haven't done a ton of mods to it yet, but I have done some suspension and chassis mods, which have made a huge difference with how the car performs out on the track. So for coilovers, it's got the Fortune Auto 500 series coilovers, and they feel great on the street, and they also reduce the body roll significantly on track. So I was really happy with the handling of the car today. Obviously, I've got the Enkei RPF 1s on there, and behind there, I've got some Faction Fab rotors and pads. It's definitely more of a street setup in terms of the brakes right now, so I will be upgrading those in the future. Now we're moving to the back of the car. I've got RSR rear camber arms that I just installed, as well as some Megan tow arms. And of course, I've got the AWE Touring Edition exhausts, which I love. So that's pretty much it in terms of the build so far. One more thing I forgot to mention is I do have an upgraded white line rear sway bar on the WRX, and I can confirm it does help the car rotate on track. I barely had any understeer today, which is kind of unbelievable, but I also wasn't pushing 100%. I will say though that the bigger rear sway bar does help a lot when you're on track. Well, that's pretty much a wrap for my first track day in the WRX. I think things went really well, all things considered. I was surprised by how much grip this car has around the corners with its all-wheel drive and these AO52s. I did, however, notice that the exhaust was too quiet, so we gotta get a straight pipe exhaust or something a little bit louder like that for the next time we come back to the track. So if you guys like watching this WRX content, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Make sure you give me a like as well so that you don't miss out on any of my future content. And we're gonna be doing a ton of mods to this WRX you're not gonna wanna miss out on. And with all that being said, see you guys in the next video.